Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is a little bit of a hypocrite. I know, right? Now, the Georgia representative recently revealed in a disclosure filing that she owns stock in not just one, but 3 of the 4 manufacturers of the COVID-19 vaccines. Huh, interesting. Now, this is according to a disclosure filed in August. Greene owns stock in Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson. Now, she actually gets income from her stocks. It's not very much. It's between $200 to $1,000 in income. Now, her investments in AstraZeneca, however, are valued between $1,000 to $15,000, while her assets in Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson are each valued between $15,000 to $50,000, according to disclosures. Fun. So now Nick Dyer, Marjorie Taylor Greene's spokesperson, did not respond for repeated requests from comment on Friday from the Times Free Press, though he told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that Greene does not handle her own investments. Ah, yes, of course. They're instead managed by a third-party financial advisor. Oh, see, it's not Marjorie Taylor Greene's fault. No. Third-party investor. Well, I mean, you could tell your third-party financial advisor, hey, I don't want my investments in dirty vaccines. Oh, I hate the vaccine. Oh, because again, that's what she's saying. She don't like the vaccine. But yet, she seems to like the companies that make the vaccines. Weird. Now, here's the thing. I don't think Congress people should own stocks. I think that creates a massive conflict of interest. And in fact, recent investigations basically reflect that. An insider investigation found that 49 lawmakers and nearly 200 staffers had violated the Stock Act, the disclosures for stocks. Senator Richard Burr was one of those. He was under investigation for actions that he took in February 2020. Just 1 month before COVID-19 really started ravaging the country, Burr sold more than $1.6 million in stock. That same day, ProPublica reported in October he had also called his brother-in-law and spoke to him for 50 seconds. Within the next minute, Burr's brother-in-law called his own stockbroker to take action. As chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee at the time, ProPublica noted, Burr had access to all sorts of non-public information about national security and public health threats. As soon as he knew about COVID, after his meetings, he dumps a whole lot of stock and then calls his brother, who then dumped a lot of stock. Gee, I wonder what happened. I wonder if he was using insider information to protect his own finances. Weird. But yeah, no, that would suggest that he is corrupt. Are you saying that he is corrupt? Yes, I am. I'm saying that you shouldn't. And by the way, this extends to Nancy Pelosi as well. Nancy Pelosi shouldn't be owning stock. She does. And she had recently come out and said, oh, I think it's totally fine that we own stock. We're a free market country. We should be able to do this. How about no? How about nobody's able to do it? Now, you also had former Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler, who had sold $16 million worth of stock right before the market collapsed in the spring of 2020. California Senator Dianne Feinstein was also questioned by the FBI over her husband's stock trades during that same time period. Now, the Justice Department decided not to go after anyone because they all do it. It's all corruption. And so these same people perpetuate corporate rule. And that's what we're living in. And again, Marjorie Taylor Greene, also corrupt and a hypocrite. Again, publicly she says, oh, I don't like vaccines. I don't like the mandates. I'm not vaccinated personally. I refuse to get it. She spreads COVID-19 conspiracies. She refused to mask on the House floor. In fact, she has over $60,000 in fines for not wearing a mask on the House floor. But privately, she owns stock in the companies who make these vaccines. And she gets income from them. So she is part owner of Big Pharma. She is invested in Big Pharma. I thought she hated Big Pharma. You know what? I guess she didn't want her voters to know this. Nearly half of all Republicans are not vaccinated and refuse to get vaccinated. They even booed Donald Trump for promoting the vaccine. Now, the reason they hate it is not because they hate Big Pharma. No. They actually liked Big Pharma when they were doing other things. But now, suddenly vaccine. And by the way, I'm actually more talking about Congress. Congress loves Big Pharma. Now, the average Republican voter actually does hate Big Pharma. Because guess what? They do gatekeep life-saving medication. Now, there are conspiracy theorists that also hate Big Pharma, but for weirdo reasons. We actually don't like them because of their business model. A lot of the medications they make are absolutely fine. Again, the COVID-19 vaccine, safe and effective. Along with many other medications, the problem is that these medications are not affordable. That's the big problem with Big Pharma, all right? But again, here's the thing. It is part of their identity. These MAGA voters, specifically the ones who are anti-vax, to hate science and facts. To them, facts are a liberal conspiracy. We have to hate them. We have to hate them. Well, now seeing as how the unvaccinated are actually dying at an incredibly high rate from COVID, well, we can see that it's not going well for them. And so it's kind of curious why you still see Republicans out there like Marjorie Taylor Greene and other right-wing commentators going out there continuing to push lies on the vaccine. I wonder if they're just trying to profit off other people's ignorance. Perish the thought. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.